Welcome back. All right, so I want to talk about what I've been watching lately. This is always a fun conversation to have. Lets people know that it's not all hockey. In fact, when hockey games aren't on, I'm usually watching other things. Starting with It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Now, I started watching this in earnest almost a year ago. Yvonne was away on holiday with the kids. So to pass some time, there was a marathon of that on FX, and I watched a couple episodes. And I was like, all right, so I'm hooked. And that was in the middle of the series. So I thought, all right, I'll go back and watch it again. So while I'm doing my treadmill, I can watch two, maybe three episodes, depending on how fast I'm going and all that stuff and how far I want to push myself. And I'm halfway through season 3, and I'm keeping one thing in mind. It's the first time I'm watching these episodes. I want to enjoy it. And I know that one of the biggest regrets we can have as fans of shows that have been around for a long time is you can't watch the episode for the first time again once you've watched it for that first time. So, really enjoying it. I think it's great. I think it's almost like it's a timeless show. Like it doesn't matter when the episodes came out. Everybody's just awful. It's like it took the idea of Seinfeld, which is, awful people doing awful things, and just said, yeah, but what if they were worse? What if there was no redeeming quality to pretty much anybody? And then the episodes just end. And I think my favorite thing with It's Always Sunny is the fact that something gets blown up or something gets destroyed or somebody dies or something awful happens, and then they go to credits. And they might never mention it again. And I think it's one of the best selling points of the show is you have no idea what's going to happen. One of the things that won me over with It's Always Sunny too was I remember the first few episodes I watched, I'm like, this is only half an hour? So much has happened. And yet it ends up exactly where it started. It just felt like there were so many things happening and they were all overlapping. And I'd be like, this is only half an hour. There's so much packed into this. There's no wasted time. And you can tell the cast all gets along really well and they have a lot of fun filming it, and it just shows through when you're watching the show. I've also been watching The Morning Show. Now I'm still on season 1 of The Morning Show, which is on Apple TV. It's a good show. It's not what I would consider like riveting must-watch TV, but I do like Jennifer Aniston. I do like Reese Witherspoon, and I think Steve Carell's fantastic. Understanding that his character in this show it's like Michael Scott, but worse. So there's a lot of but worse in the shows that I've been watching lately. Absolutely. So again, that one's on Apple TV if you haven't heard of it. We've also started Wednesday. Wednesday's a bit of a slog, and it's a bit of a slog because the character in this show, it's not the Wednesday Addams that I remember from the series or that Christina Ricci portrayed in the movie, or movies, I guess. I'm gonna try. It's funny because I immediately was like, okay, so it's Harry Potter for the Addams family, because it's like they send her off to Hogwarts. Anyway, that was the first thing that I put together with that, and so, I don't know, some of it feels kind of derivative, but Jenna Ortega is a fantastic actress. There's some other really good actors and actresses in it. I'll give it a shot, including Christina Ricci being in it as well, which is nice. And of course, I just keep going back and watching The Office over. I don't know what it is. I don't get tired of the show. The Big Bang Theory I absolutely can get tired of. I've been watching a heck of a lot less of that. But The Office I don't get tired of. There are just certain moments that it's like, okay, it's coming. This is going to be great. And I don't cheat either. I make myself sit through the first season, as mediocre as that is, because I know the good stuff's coming. And it's sort of fantastic. The final season is hard to get through with The Office, not going to lie. The final episode especially. And I think the thing that makes it tough for me is watching it, it's pretty obvious that Jim should leave Dunder Mifflin to follow Athlete and get into whatever that is going to be. And he doesn't. And it's like, okay, like I'm not a hater of Pam, but she should have let him do it because he'd make a heck of a lot more money doing that than he does working for Dunder Mifflin. But anyways, that being aside and all that, welcome to Wrexham as well. I've got Yvonne watching that one with me because I knew she'd like that one. And sometimes after we watch Too Hot to Handle or whatever dating show we're watching, you might need a little bit of a palate cleanser. And Welcome to Wrexham works. It's very nice. It's very down to earth. It really, honestly, I need to get to the UK at some point in time in my life. See some of these old villages and towns and cities. Because we don't have anything like that over here. We really don't. There's nothing like that in North America where you can go, yeah, that building was built in the 1700s. And it's like, I mean, there might be a few exceptions, but it just feels like there's this old world quality to some of the stuff in the UK that I'm sure for people in the UK, it's kind of taken for granted. Like I am sure that if I went to the UK with my wife, that we'd spend a lot of time going, "Wow, look at that! That's really cool." And people like, "It's just the buildings. Why are they making such a big deal about the buildings?" But to us, it would look fantastic. Just looking at some of those cobblestone roads and some of that, like just Europe in general, just some awesome stuff there. So, yeah, welcome to Wrexham. Just brings that home that I really do need to do a Europe visit at some time. Now, what I will be watching Secret Wars. I know the reviews are kind of all over the place, but it's Samuel L. Jackson, it's Nick Fury, and I do like the Skrulls storyline. I think that can work. So I'm going to go into this with an open mind and hope that I enjoy it. Now I've not watched Andor. I never watched the Obi-Wan series. I apologize for that. There's other Marvel. I never did finish the oh, the new Hulk series. I never finished that. As much as I love Tatiana Maslany, and I do, she was great in Orphan Black. I didn't finish it. Maybe I'll finish that at some point. I don't know. It felt like it was getting kind of. It started out as kind of like the She Hulk series started out as kind of ridiculous, and then it just goes way overboard into just silly, and it's like okay, so I mean, I've said, the world's gonna get blown up by a sky beam thing gets overdone, but it's just kind of there. Anyways, also Love Island's getting started up, so we'll be watching that. Every year it's ridiculous. We'll pick out like a favorite couple that we hope wins, and we'll see if they stick around. Black Mirror has a new season. I've been waiting so long to see what Black Mirror would do post COVID. So fingers crossed on some really messed up episodes. The one episode they've been showing, which is Annie Murphy's character finding a TV show where it's Salma Hayek playing her, and I'm like, that should be interesting and fun. Two of my favorite actresses there. So Black Mirror, absolutely great show. I'm the only one that liked the Ashley 2 episode. I just want to say straight up, the Miley Cyrus episode. That's my favorite. Anytime that I'm having a bad day and I'm ticked off about stuff, I can put on the Ashley 2 episode and I laugh the whole way through. It is fantastic. Yeah. I thought Miley did a good job. Yes, it's a little heavy handed. Yes, it's a Britney Spears allegory or however you want to put it, but it's still really fun. And I got a real kick out of that one. The Full Monty, there's a series. The reviews seem to be really mixed on that as well, but I'll give it a shot. I did like the movie quite a bit. The movie was very creative, and you could make a series with those characters, and it can work. And yeah, so we'll see how that goes. We'll see how far I get into that. And of course, the Ahsoka series is coming. I am down with the idea of watching an Ahsoka series. That could be a ton of fun. Not to mention seeing the actual live action versions of the characters from the series Rebels. Yes, please. Thank you very much. And so, yeah, that also means that when we go to Disney in August, hopefully we see somebody dressed as Ahsoka or something like that, and that kind of thing. So that's what I will be watching. Now, for movies, one of the movies on the board too, Elemental, and that's the animated Pixar movie that's coming out. I'm going to watch that. I'll absolutely end up watching that. It does look kind of fun. It kind of feels like, just from the trailer and everything, I'm like, okay, so it's sort of like Inside Out, except instead of it being different emotions, it's different elements. That could be fun. Transformers Rise of the Beasts. I don't expect a great movie. I expect stuff that blows up and to see Optimus Primal, and that's what I want. And Unicron. Yes, please. Thank you very much. So, yeah. Again, the reviews are kind of all over the place. I have avoided spoilers for any of these movies that I want to watch because spoilers suck. Talk to Me. If you haven't seen the trailer for Talk to Me, look it up. It looks absolutely terrifying. I'll wait and see if the reviews are positive or negative. If it's in like an 8% Rotten Tomatoes situation, I'll wait until it's out on streaming, but it looks fantastic. The Barbie movie looks really funny. It does. Margot Robbie, Ryan Gosling, you had me with the two of them playing Barbie and Ken. I think it'll work. The trailer looked really funny. So, yeah, I'm anxious to see that one. I think that's going to be a good show. Sympathy for the Devil. They cast Nicolas Cage as the devil, so I will watch that. I'm also going to watch Renfield when it's out on streaming as well. I'm not going to go to the theater to watch. I don't think I'm going to go to the theater to watch Sympathy for the Devil either, but who knows? During the summer, I got some time. I might be able to find a few minutes to go, and and watch Nick Cage just chewing up the scenery as the devil. Because again, it looks like it'll be entertaining and, you know, some horror elements in there. And again, that's perfect casting. Anytime you give Nicolas Cage a role where he can be completely over the top and crazy, you're doing something right. And Cobweb, I just watched the trailer for that. If you haven't seen the trailer for that, Homelander plays a dad. It looks like the actor that plays Homelander on The Boys looks like he's kind of maybe psychotic as the dad, and it's like that tracks. That tracks. I'm used to hating that actor anyways from when he's Homelander. I swear when I'm watching The Boys, every time Homelander's in a scene, I'm like, why doesn't somebody just kill him? Why doesn't just come on, somebody please, just anybody, please do it now. Now's a good time. So that shows that he's a really good villain. And yeah, so I'll watch Cobweb because it looks like an interesting movie. It sometimes with trailers, of course, they can be misleading, and sometimes a crap movie can have a great trailer, and vice versa. Sometimes you watch a trailer and go, "This movie looks terrible." Then you watch it and you think, "I don't know who edited that trailer together, but this is way better than the trailer made it look." But anyways, there you go. So that's the plan. Of course, there'll be some hockey stuff going on during the summer as well, because that's what I do. But yeah, let me know what you guys are watching, what you guys recommend, all that fun stuff. Again, I like talking about this stuff and getting into the TVs, the movie side of things, the music side of things too. But let me know your thoughts. Hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. You just happened upon this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, for all your support. I will talk to you again soon.